My name is Tory McPhail, and I'm the executive chef of Commander's Palace. Around here, it's all about Creole food, which is essentially refined Louisiana flavors. You have French, Spanish, and a mixture of other cultures and backgrounds that collide in a very unique approach to Louisiana cooking. It's all about seasoning. We season our food very well with that great Louisiana flavor. You can't just add salt and pepper and think you've got a great Southern dish. So join me in the Commander's Kitchen for Cooking with Crystal. Hi friends, welcome back. You're joining me today from the Commander's Palace Kitchen, and I'm gonna make for you one of my favorite dishes, Louisiana shrimp and tasso, made with my favorite hot sauce, Crystal. This is what's going on with this dish, friends. We start out with the real McCoy, the main ingredient. We're gonna use about a cup in this recipe. And the reason I like this hot sauce is it's all about balance. It's kind of like Creole food. It's not too spicy, it's not too salty, it's not too acidic. The main ingredient's cayenne chilies, and then fresh vinegar and a little bit of salt. It's all fermented together, and it's a brand that's been around forever. And I'll tell you, we use more of that in the Commander's Kitchen than any other hot sauce, I promise you. So our hot sauce is in the pot. We're gonna bring it up to a simmer. And what we're trying to do here is just reduce down and concentrate that already amazing great flavor. This is just gonna take about 4 or 5 minutes. We're just gonna let it come down to thicken in consistency. While that's coming down, we're gonna talk about another one of our great ingredients, fresh Louisiana wild white shrimp. Today we're gonna stuff these with what we call Tasso ham. It's a cured ham, so we brine this, and then we hot smoke it. We pack it in cayenne pepper, fresh paprika, and then gently smoke it to bring all those flavors together. As we go to slice it, you take one of our fresh wild white shrimp. Okay, these are called 10-15s, which means you get 10 to 15 of them per pound. And just open up the end of it. You don't have to butterfly it the entire way. And you go to slice your tasso. Okay, and this is really big in flavor. It's almost too salty and spicy, but that's why we like that with our nice sweet shrimp. We're gonna skewer this together with just a toothpick. And what that does is it just keeps the tasso inside of the shrimp, so as you go to cook it and season it, that tasso is not gonna fall out, okay? Very good, and at this point, we're gonna grab a little bit of fresh flour. Today we're gonna use all-purpose flour. You can use cake flour, anything else you like. We're gonna add in some good Creole seasoning. And the idea here is everything needs to be seasoned perfectly on its own. So as you eat the whole thing together, it becomes greater than the sum of its parts, which is one of our key secrets to making Creole food that fantastic. Okay, and don't be afraid to try it either. Okay, so just a little bit on your finger. And as you taste it, certainly you're tasting flour, but it should be a nice balance of salt, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of fresh chili, some black pepper, some onion powder, which is gonna be fantastic for our dish. So we've got our 3 shrimp. Now what we want to do here is just dredge them in our flour. And this is going to become like snow tires for flavor, if you can kind of imagine that. What that's going to do is make the outside nice and sticky. So as we go to finish the dish and dredge it through that Crystal hot sauce, even more of that sticks to the outside of it, which is going to be the perfect amount of seasoning for this great dish. Beautiful. So this is our shrimp. This is what they look like. I'm going to head back to the other part of the kitchen, fry these up, and I'll be right back. The important thing here is we're not going to overcook our shrimp. So think of cooking shrimp like cooking a steak. I don't like mine completely well done. And so just before these get finished, we're just going to gently take them out, and we're going to let them carry over cook before we finish our dish. So here in the pot, we've got our fresh Crystal here. It's reducing down, and this is what we're working with here. As you can see, it's starting to get nice and thick. It's barely sticking to the bottom of the pot. That's not a big deal. Okay, but it's thickened. Okay, we're gonna add in just a splash of heavy cream. I'm not trying to make a cream sauce here. All we really want to try to do here is add a little bit of protein to it. And then at this point, we're gonna lower our burner and just add in a little bit of this fresh butter. Okay. Now we eat differently here in Louisiana than maybe we did like 15 or 20 years ago. So we're not trying to load this whole thing with fat. We're just trying to take a beautiful, amazing ingredient like Crystal hot sauce and just kind of smooth it out after it's been reduced. The reason we do this is to try to make our dish very elegant. I love it on its own right out of the bottle. But adding just that splash of cream and just the tiniest little bit of butter, it's gonna be perfect accompaniment to our dish. So we're gonna set that to the side. That sauce is fantastic. Never be afraid to taste your food either. That is absolutely fantastic. It's got good flavor. It's not overly spicy or acidic. It's beautiful, it's well-rounded. That's one of the main ingredients in a lot of our Louisiana cooking. All right, so the next sauce we're gonna do is fresh pepper jelly. So this is equal parts vinegar and corn syrup. You wanna bring it up to a simmer and then reduce it down until it starts to get nice and thick. You kind of see that? Oh, it's just getting real nice and thick off the end of a spoon. Okay, it's almost candy stage, which is exactly what we want. Okay, just like that. At this point, we're gonna add in some yellow peppers, some red bell peppers, some green peppers. You can use jalapenos, you can use green, you can use poblano, whatever you might have in the grocery store. Some fresh red chili flakes. It's gonna add some spice and some heat to it. Fresh parsley for great color. And then the fifth type of pepper is gonna be freshly ground black pepper. And what we wanna do here is just mix these together, and this is gonna be a beautiful accompaniment and a great garnish for one of the most popular dishes at Commander's Palace. And look at that. You can see all those individual ingredients in there. It's sweet, sour, spicy, and it's exactly it. All right, our Crystal hot sauce for Blanc is ready. The 5 pepper jelly is just coming off the stove, and these beautiful Louisiana wild white shrimp are absolutely perfect. Let's finish our dish. We have our pepper jelly here. We just want to take our pepper jelly, just gently spoon it in the middle of your plates. Set that to the side. We're just going to gently move this around the plate, and it becomes a nice foundation of flavor for our hot sauce lathered shrimp. Okay, look how great that looks already. Some fresh pickled okra. It's definitely a staple around my house. The okra goes down. And so here's the deal. So our shrimp, see how they look? They're nice and crispy. That toothpick is keeping that tasso in. These guys go in, and then we're gonna gently move them around in that sauce. That way you can get all of it nice and seasoned, and then the tasso stays in the shrimp. At this point, you can take out the toothpick, and it's one beautiful, fresh, gorgeous bite. That goes down. We're gonna put these in a pinwheel pattern. And last but not least, look how great that looks, huh? Killer sauce. Set that just to the side. Some fresh pickled onions on top, a little bit of fresh parsley, and here it is, friends, the famous shrimp and tasso from Commander's Palace. An amazing dish featuring beautiful, fresh, wild white shrimp right out of the Gulf of Mexico, and the star of the show, my favorite, Crystal hot sauce.